and it's happening live for you right now on Connect Club via Voxels, YouTube, and Zoom, and now Clubhouse. We have our sponsors, the TSA NFT team, Fanny and Cecilia on Zoom with Isan, and also our host and core organizers, Kafi, Nula, Adam, Extinct, Brooke, BK Han in the house, sponsors Digital One and Connect Club, and also so many jumping on this train. We're Digital 2020, a month-long event designed to help companies like yours understand all the intricacies, there's so many, of successfully leveraging the metaverse and collaborating in the digital world. There will be keynotes, case studies, strategy sessions, and networking opportunities. So don't miss them. Don't be shy. Just jump in. This is why we're here. We're a game changer, and you know it, and we love you for your support. Without all these beautiful platforms, I always call them the apps that made us, we just wouldn't be here doing this right now. So thank you again for tuning in. We are a network of like minds in this digital space, exploring all new case studies and opportunities and learning how to develop a strategy to make an infinite amount of social justice change rapidly growing and evolving in a metaverse space in an effective marketing way for your business. So thank you again. This event is held at TSA NFT Incubator on Connect Club and Voxels. If you have any questions during the event, please just ask the TSA NFT team, and we will be on site to help you. Feel free to connect with us. Today is the day. TSA NFT Incubator team will give us introductions, and our co-organizers will give us their introductions shortly. Now, let me hand it over, finally, because you know I talk a lot, to TSA NFT team, Fanny, and she will say hi and give us a short introduction. I'm sorry. See, it was Fanny yesterday, you guys. You have to correct me like faster. It's Cecilia that we're with today, not
Thank
Fanny.
You.
So sorry.
It's okay. Happy birthday.
So thank you so much, Cecilia.
So hi, everyone. This is Cecilia from TSA NFT Incubator, and we're very happy to sponsor this event and co-host Digital 2020 as well. And we're very proud to provide a customized POAP for this event. As some of you may know, POAP stands for Proof of Attendance Protocol. POAPs are very popular to be used in the virtual event, and it is a unique NFT badges given to attendees to prove their attendance at this event. And POAP offers a new way for event organizers to engage and interact with their community. So typically, event attendees like your event attendees can collect those unique NFT badges through QR codes at the event and join additional activities on the POAP platform, such as community polls, raffles, and the POAP leaderboard. And the community can also use them for conference discounts, hackathon reviews, and VIP parties. So you could compare POAPs with a collection of concert tickets, except that POAP are digital and secured by blockchain technology. So you can keep them as a record of your Web3 journey as well. So Digital 2020 POAP NFTs are minted through smart contracts as non-fungible tokens on Polygon and Ethereum, and their ERC 721 tokens created to celebrate and record the attendance of Digital 2020 event. So we love to have all of you to be on our Digital 2020 community through TSA NFT Incubator's platform. And for POAP, you can directly mint them into someone's wallet with a super low gas fee on Ethereum and Polygon. You can also use your credit card as well. And for attendees who haven't got their POAP yet, please register to get it today, as it's available on unlimited quantities. And if you are already a POAP holder, you will be able to claim your perks, claim your magic box today, because today we will be having a live minting event. And so that's everything about POAP. And before we introduce this very special, one-of-a-kind month-long event for Digital 2020, Booming to Web3 Social, and I would like to ask our speaker who are on Zoom to wear a headset if you have one, to avoid any echoes from Zoom, to help us to listen to all of you guys more clear. And we would also like to give you an instruction on how to access to our various venues during this event. So this is a reminder to all users who are on Voxels and Clubhouse today. So here at Voxels, if you're already on it, here at Voxel Opening Ocean venue, you can click the photo bar and the floating cup on the garden to teleport back to TSA NFT gift shop store for claiming gift, or if you would like to shop and visit there. You can also click the media wall, which is right, sorry, I'm gonna go there so you can see it behind my back. It is here. You can use the media wall. It will bring you back to, it will bring you to Connect Club and our networking presentation room venue there. But since today we're having it on Clubhouse, you can just go to our Twitter and find the Clubhouse link. You can also watch and communicate through mobile or tablet. At TSA Voxel gift shop, you can also click portable or left click image that will bring you to come to our digital 2020 training venue, which is on the ocean side. You can click the banner on the top, which will bring you to go to Connect Club, and it is the Connect Club is for our networking and presentation room venue. Those two venues at Connect Club and Voxels are for our event and Web3 social podcast and training during the event. So also if you are on the TSA gift shop, please don't forget to sign the guest book. You may get free wearables and you can join DeFi Friday POAP Magic Box to access Web3 social podcast training class. And there will be adding more benefits to this as well. And from this afternoon, we will be opening our online training guide on Voxels. And once you're on Voxel, you will be able to join our group chat. And we will share with you how to walk, fly, and run, and communicate in metaverse on Voxels. You can also visit our cruise, our upcoming music festival stage, and exhibition hall there. So the group chat on Voxel is opening now, and you can use Get Agenda or scan barcode in Connect Club to join us as well. So now we would like to present our very, very special Web3 wearable dictionary fashion mini show. It's our rehearsal, and before the big one happening on June 27th and 28th. And so let us take a look at the new fashion show venue. You can see on Zoom here, meaning it's sharing our ocean view venue. And so don't forget to head to our Digital One Ocean Garden Park and TSA gift shop during today's event. And on Voxels, you can get some free wearables by signing our guest book during our lunch break as well. So Vessi and Kathy and Joel, sorry, I forgot how to pronounce your name, and our speaker and Adam, are you guys ready? We're gonna start our fashion show rehearsal now.
Oh yes, I just started dancing. Can you see me spinning there?
Yeah,
That's
I can
me.
see you. Oh, you changed your whole clothes, whole outfit.
You know, I learned how to do it really fast yesterday. You can have multiple avatars with your outfit already ready, and you can just click it.
Awesome.
These shoes are specifically comfortable, though, I must add. Brooke Ganster, thank you so much, and Plug Boy for those beautiful,
Shout out to Brooke for designing all of our shoes. And so we will be starting our fashion mini rehearsal show now. And please notice that this is live stream on Clubhouse and YouTube as well. The inspiration of this special edition of TSA Spring Summer 2022 wearable come from the recent crush of cryptos. And we believe everyone should learn how to build a dip in this bear market and understand properly the basic of DeFi, blockchain, and metaverse. So this is a good start to familiarize yourself with the Web3 dictionary to start understanding all the lingos, which is also the name for our different wearables. And this is our inspiration. We also hope this will help all of us learn together in the next, actually we have 15 days left. We'd also like to thank a very important writer and musician, Vessi, for making a special song for TSA Web3 wearable dictionary. We will play them later. And so the top 10 wearables we're presenting today includes the birth of Web3 social, Let's Be Friends, NFT Meetup, Web3 Journey, Where Do We Go From Here, Open Economy, DeFi Gathering, Build a Dip, No Time to Lose, Crypto is Risky, and is the Money. So I guess I will be the first model to walk today. Let me just go right here.
Is that you in blue, Cecilia?
Yeah, That's me. You can see
I
me wearing a
love
top
it.
hat TSA. And I'm wearing a quit my job hat. Let's be friends top. And where do we go from here? Skirt. I'm just going to walk here.
Did you say quit my job hat? Quit my job
Yes,
skirt?
quit my job hat. If you're crypto rich, you can always quit your job. And it's always time.
Yes, it's always time. I love it.
Yeah, I love that too. I especially love the part where you can buy the NFT with a credit card. I think that is the most monumental thing. Now, it's not the first time, and it's definitely new across the board, but that's going to give everybody the entry point to bridge the gap with a
Absolutely.
strong
Yeah,
community
definitely.
like this. I mean, that is the most key component to this, because the whole space in general is overwhelming. At the same time, once you take it off in little chunks and little stepped itemized goals and measurable measurable goals that you can do, but that's the huge leap, is that they can own the NFT and then you teach them how to get it. I think that's just,
Yes. CrossMint rocks.
And our second model, the one with a blue hat and a blue dress, is Min, and she's wearing an open economy gentleman hat and my dream home skirt, and also she's wearing the shoes designed by Burke. And I can
Is it
see
my turn? Is
Messi.
it my turn? Okay, I'm gonna.
Yeah, you can
let's see.
walk here.
I think I'll fly a little bit. So let me try and see
Okay.
if I can fly. Just because I can't walk straight. I haven't figured it out yet. I don't know how you guys are doing it.
Well,
are
it's
you
all right.
doing
I can
it?
always fly. It's just I'm using my laptop's keyboard, and I can just go straight.
You're really.
We
Do you
believe
see
you
me?
can fly, Jesse. We believe
can
you
see.
can fly.
Do you know that I recently met the writer of the one of the writers on that song, Percy Beatty?
Oh,
Yeah,
how did you meet her?
Percy Beatty I met on Clubhouse, an amazing Grammy-winning, multi-Grammy-winning songwriter, producer
Nice.
in Tommy Jackson's room, First Note Play, and yeah, he helped write "I Can Believe I Can Fly." Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe I can fly.
Let all of us fly to the cruise and the ending fashion show for speaker.
All right.
Okay.
Sure.
Flying now. Let's go, guys. I think I'm on top of the. Let's see. Let's scroll back to see if I'm on top. Oh, yay!
I can see you.
So fun. This is so fun. Best birthday. Somebody wamp us. Somebody wamp us.
we're all just mesmerized by how cool this is, and nobody's talking on the podcast. Everybody's just like in voxels, like, what's going on?
Yeah, just flying.
Yeah, we're just flying over.
Nobody's care.
We're literally flying to a yacht right now, and nobody's talking about it. What is going on?
Isn't this yacht connected to Princess Cruise?
I believe this is a Princess Cruise.
This is the one and the only.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Who is
Oh my goodness.
Who is
for
sitting
designing
on the
this.
yacht?
You can't sit on the yacht, I don't think. Can you? Can you sit on it?
You can fly in the on the if you are flying, you can choose a position sitting, and you will look like you're sitting on the yacht, but you're actually sitting like in the middle of nowhere. Oh, not nowhere, in the sky.
Good afternoon, this is Matt from Miss Ruby. Ruby, this is Earl from Fundraising. Hoping to reach you regarding your account and the loan that you had here with us that was written off as a bad debt collection. We're calling today, Ruby, to see if we can discuss some options on bringing this account out of collections and towards the path of new credit.
Oh, everybody be sitting now.
Number downtown is 314-231-6828. Ardmore Finance, thanks.
So who is talking?
I don't know. I'm trying to find out.
Up to date.
Oh. She paid out.
Ooh.
I don't know where it's coming from.
So who is counting chorus our speaker?
Yesterday. And you looking for?
Yeah. I had it. No, what I did was
Can someone mute it if the small speaker?
No, I don't have the
So
ability.
she paid out. But she paid out this morning.
Right.
So her card is in the dump.
Yeah.
But it's up in the paid outside. See, we were looking for it through here, like it was just one pay.
Yeah, I mean, I think only
going
you
back
can
on
mute it because you are the host on Zoom.
Let me go look at my account.
No,
I
no.
can mute it. I think I can mute it for me.
We have 7 people here, and let me see who
No,
others.
it's Earl.
You can mute Earl.
Okay.
And I didn't have something to look in there, in the database.
Looking in the
Awesome.
database.
Who is Earl?
I
Okay.
have no idea. I have no idea who Earl is.
I have to
You'll have that when you
remove.
send
Okay,
the
I'm
Zoom
going to
link.
remove. If I don't know, then
There you
sorry.
go.
If I don't know, then I have to remove from the Zoom. Okay, but tell me later if they're speaker. Okay, sorry. Okay.
And that's summarize all of our fashion mini show today. And thank you to all the contributors for this fashion mini rehearsal show. And if you guys would like, we can go back to the garden so we can invite our speaker and our co-host to introduce Joey and Jolene. Hope I pronounced your name right.
Celia, I'm still trying to get Joe, and if Joe is late, we're going to, yes, I believe that I need the Zoom link. If you could drop it in the chat for me so I can copy it and send it right to him so he
Okay.
I have it. I can do it real quick.
Thank you.
So then
And Joe-
every time, maybe Celia, we can introduce the TSAMT pull-up, right, for Digital 2020.
Okay, for sure. Just give me 1 second here. Let's just wait for Joey for a few
So
seconds.
next speaker, when will be next speaker?
Our first speaker is supposed to start in 10 minutes exactly. So we just need to get him on set, and I'm working on that right now. I'm getting the link from Happy for the Zoom, and then I will be right back. And if for some reason we cannot locate this amazing artist from the UK, we have Jolian here. And Jolian, I hope you don't mind if we start a little early with you. Are you there? Is Jolian
No, that's
here?
fine. I got no problem with that. Yeah. Hey.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, I got no problem with that, Becky. That's
Okay, cool. Joe is usually he's usually on time. So we're just 10 minutes. He usually comes right at the time. So did you send me that link, Happy?
I sent it 2 places, to the Telegram.
To my phone?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be back, guys. I'll be right back.
Thank you, Vessi. And while we're waiting for Joey, I'm just going to introduce you our Digital 2020 POAP. So as I mentioned before, POAP are proof of attendance. They are unique NFT badges given to attendees to prove their attendance at an event. And for our Digital 2020, everyone who registers and attend Digital 2020 event will be eligible to mint their Digital 2020 POAP NFT to celebrate and record their attendance. And POAP offer a new way for event organizers to engage and interact with their community. And event attendees collect those POAP through QR codes, and they can join additional activity on the POAP platform, such as community polls, raffles, and the POAP leaderboard. And SushiSwap and Decentraland are also 2 examples who give up POAPs at their virtual events. And communities can also use those for conference discounts, hackathon reviews, VIP parties, and more. So normally these unique NFTs are given out for free to event attendees. You can compare POAPs with a collection of concert tickets, except they're digital and secure by blockchain technology. And our POAP are minted through smart contracts as NFTs on Polygon. There are ERC-721 tokens created to celebrate and record the attendance of Digital 2020 events. And please note that the Digital 2020 POAPs, they are powered by TSA NFT Incubator, and they can be minted on Polygon, and they contain an image and information related to our event, which will include a specific time and date. And each POAP badge has a unique token number as well. And in the future, we may announce new utilities for users who hold the Digital 2020 POAP NFT in the later stage, such as being whitelisted for future initial NFT offering launches. And all of the digital 2020 POAP NFTs are hosted on BNB and they are minted exclusively for this event. And as I mentioned before, if you haven't got your POAP yet, please do so as soon as possible. And if you are already a POAP holder, you can claim your perks, you can claim your magic box today. And you can also buy our wearable from OpenSea Market starting on June 17th, and the bid is open now. So that's everything about our POAP. We're just going to wait for Vessi and who is Jane on Zoom? Hey, Jane.
Yes. In the meantime, Adam, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name's Adam Happy Zachary Weiss, and I'm just glad to be a part of this. What I was doing was coming over here in crypto voxels because I like to be in the moment. And what I'm going to do is change my background to the POAP, to the QR code, so I can display here. And that's what I was working on. But I just love everything that you have built. I love everything that is coming to fruition just from the energy and the teamwork that you have. And happy birthday to Vessi, obviously. This is just a fun experience. And for me, I was getting a little bit of lag time with being in voxels, on Zoom, on Clubhouse. I'm just blessed that I have the bandwidth to do that. So digital 2020 is it's just an experience to be a part of. And like I said, right now, if I'm zooming over to the POAP QR code in crypto voxels, because I just took a nice tour on the yacht. And yeah, who's the speaker that's supposed to arrive in 10 minutes? I thought we had somebody here already.
We do. We have Jolianne Collier here, and we're going to move forward with Jolianne because Jonix out of Heartistry probably had a late night playing music as he's always doing and writing songs and holding down discords with Igley and all his people in the music industry of Heartistry. So Jolianne, without further ado, is an amazing human being whom we've all had the pleasure of meeting on Clubhouse. His organization, Counting Coral, aims to give 100% of proceeds to that organization to help restore coral reef, which is dying in our oceans and is the most important, most pressing issue of our time in actuality. And if everybody bands together, it could be the one cause that we can all, put our bootstraps on to support on that beautiful yacht and all sailing into the sea of saving the earth, actually, and our species. Jolianne, welcome to Digital 2020 Boom into Web3. Thank you so much for being here with us today. I would love to just give you the mic and have you share, and please interact with us. And if you want us to jump in, we all know how to do that really well. Welcome.
Yeah, thanks guys. Can you hear me okay?
Perfect. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my microphone's a little bit buggered up by the stand it's on, but I think it should be fine.
Maybe the volume just un petit peu lower, just a little bit lower. It's really hot.
Lower? Okay, yeah, sorry. There's this silly little gimbal that my phone's on. It doesn't really work. How's that? Any better?
A little bit lower. It's just a little bit hot.
You're
a little bit hot, Jolianne.
I'm super, super hot. Any better?
That's yeah.
How about that if I stay away from the phone?
That's perfect. Right there is perfect. Thank you.
How is everybody today? Thank you so much for having me up on the Zoom. I really appreciate it. Do you have any questions? What am I talking about here? We're going into the coral restoration.
So, well, the topic for today was how ocean conservation could save NFTs. That's how I read the topic, even though that's not exactly what it is. But maybe you could speak on that.
Well, I mean, I can only speak from the nonprofit sector and the nonprofit perspective. So, as you know, I came into the NFT space looking for new funding revenue streams for our organization. So, from my perspective, the Web3 is a huge access point for nonprofits. Not only just in the metaverse and the NFT space, But just in general awareness drivers, there's a lot more people I can connect with in terms of raising awareness for the issues. And I can certainly speak about the issues for the people in the Zoom that may not know what's going on with coral. And maybe we could start from that perspective, and I can work my way down to the funding issues that we have. So oceans are under a massive amount of stress right now. And I don't know if everybody is truly and keenly aware of what's going on with our environment. Most of our environment is under attack, and is under a relentless attack, and especially the oceans. We have depleted our oceans to just the breaking point of sustainability. And now this isn't like, from my perspective, this is scientific bodies that have studied this for the last 60 years, 70 years, from ocean temperatures all the way up to fish stocks, from every type of marine species you can ever imagine has been documented for a very long time. And we're on just a gigantic decline. Most fish stocks are down 98%. Some of them are at the point where you cannot fish them. They don't exist in certain oceans anymore, like cod. You used to be able to fish for cod in the UK. You can't get cod in the UK anymore. It's from Portugal, and those places are now being fished out. And most fish that you find on the supermarkets in cod are freeze-dried cod that is brought in from other places around the world to now supply Europe. Then you've got the shark population. There's 100 million sharks every year are caught and slaughtered just for soup. So when you take these apex predators and you remove them from the ecosystem, the entire process of that ocean breaks down immensely. And that's where we're at right now, is a complete breakdown of our oceans. Now, coral reefs are the nurseries for all these fish that go out into the mid-zones, like coastal zones, mid-zones, and open oceans. So coral reefs support about 25% of the population in food consumption, protein source, local communities. It is a massive, massive engine that drives our oceans. And just up to date, we've lost 50% of our coral reefs in 30 years. That's only 30 years, 30. So we've taken the most biodiverse, largest system on our planet, and it's down by half. Now they're predicting that's all going to be gone, or under what they call functionally extinct, in another 30 years. So we've, in a space of 60 years, decimated the most productive ecosystem on our planet. And that is due to climate change, global warming. For people that don't know, our atmosphere is heating up. It's called global warming, the greenhouse effect. Well, carbon dioxide is pumped into our atmosphere. The globe heats up like a greenhouse, gets really hot. Well, what most people don't know is the ocean absorbs 93% of that energy. So the oceans in turn start to heat up because they're absorbing that energy, and it's the equivalent of 5 atom bombs per second in terms of the energy that it takes out of our atmosphere in terms of heat. Now that goes into the ocean, and coral reefs can only survive between, on average, tropical zones can only survive around in the temperature range of 65 to say 85 is their breaking point. For most tropical shallow reefs, you've got deep reefs, you've got all kinds of different reefs, but the majority that are our incubators for all the fish, those nurseries, they can't go past 85 degrees. And just as an example, Northern Australia, Great Barrier Reef reached 97 degrees, almost the temperature of a hot tub. A comfortable temperature of a hot tub is 102 and 104. So we're reaching those 100-degree temperature barriers. And what coral do is they start to stress out, and it's called coral bleaching, and they end up starving themselves because they have this beautiful symbiotic relationship with this algae called zooxanthellae. And this algae takes sunlight, photosynthesizes it, and converts that into energy for the coral to live on. Sorry, I don't know if you can hear me, but a call's just coming through.
We can hear you.
Okay,
we can hear you, and please continue.
Yeah, so this beautiful animal, and a lot of people don't know corals or animals, have this symbiotic relationship. And what this algae does and what the coral does is go, wow, we feel pretty sick. I don't feel comfortable in this temperature. So it expels this algae, which is essentially its food source. It expels it from its body and gets rid of it because everybody's feeling like there's a flu coming on or there's some sickness. So its mechanism is to get rid of this algae because it thinks it's an enemy. and it wants to bring in new algae, but these temperatures are so high, so they essentially starve to death. So in 30 years, we've lost 50% of our ocean corals due to starvation because of heat rising in the oceans. So this is a massive, massive problem. And in order to tackle that, you have to do some really, really extraordinary things. And there's very few people doing these extraordinary things. There's a lot of scientific bodies that are out there studying reefs, and they obviously need to do this. But there's a lot of very limited action steps that are actually happening to the size of the problem. So we have the Great Barrier Reef is about, I think it's about 1,800 miles long and about a mile wide. That's the largest Great Barrier Reef. Then you have Belize, it has the second largest barrier reef. And you have Fiji, has the third largest barrier reef. And they're all under massive stresses and problems. Now, imagine, just for an instant, I have got to go and plant a piece of coral, and I've got to do that 1,800 miles long and a mile wide, and I have 1 hour of air in my tank to go down into the water to harvest this coral and replant it. And I got to do that in every country on the planet. That is a massive undertaking. So there's very few people that are actually taking on these issues in terms of coral restoration work. And that lends me to where we're at in our organization. I run an organization called Counting Coral, and we have a fantastic board of directors. We run upwards of about 42 interns every year. We have volunteer teams. We have social media marketers. You name it.
Why
creators.
you were up earlier. You're right.
Oh, that's Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Yo. Oh wait. I was not
Jolie,
on mute. Sorry.
That's okay. We're glad you're here. Jolyon, continue.
Yeah, so we've set up this organization. We've been running for 2 years. We've raised, I think, upwards of about 85,000 in those 2 years in the middle of a pandemic, which for me is just extraordinary. We've approached it in a very different way. So when I try and talk to you guys, I can explain the problems, and we can understand, and we can put it in our head: global warming problem, ocean temperatures rising. But then I've also got to address this problem of how do I raise awareness for people that may not know what a coral is, may not see what it is, but social media has been one of these fundamental tools that has just exploded in the last 10 years. So what we do is we design, build, donate, and install underwater sculptural marine parks. So I build these beautiful underwater sculptures out of marine grade stainless steel that can last up to 200 years in our oceans before it starts to decay. We have 120 of them shipped to currently probably landed in Fiji actually in the next 5 or 6 days, I believe. Our entire team, and this is scientists from all over the world, marine biologists, dive masters, dive instructors. Our entire team is going down there on the 27th of this month to install this park. And what we call these parks is coral banks, because we want to understand how we best work within this coral sector, producing more and more coral as we go. So we build these sculptures. Then what we do is we go and harvest what we consider climate resilient coral. So when a coral reef bleaches, you can have size of a football field, all dead. And then there's a few that survive. Those few survivors are demonstrating that they are slightly resilient to their friends. For some reason, they have a genetic ability to survive these stressor events, ocean temperatures, storms, whatever it is. So we go and harvest those bad boys because we know they got strong genetic material. We take that coral, we plant it onto our sculptures. Then we allow that coral to grow into this beautiful, massive flower, and we allow it to go through what we call spawning cycles. So it releases eggs, larvae, it sends out their spawn into the ecosystems that are currently breaking down. So we have this natural propagation system where these corals grow up, larvae go out, they naturally propagate dead reef systems with climate resilient coral. But in addition to that, this coral grows really, really big, and it needs a haircut because it gets too big for the sculptures. So it's called cloning. So what we do is we go in, we take little snips of this coral and we clone them, because now we know that this genetic lineage of this coral is superior. So we want that coral, we clone it, we put it onto secondary nurseries, we grow it out to big corals again, then we hand plant those onto the reef.
Amazing.
So imagine doing this with 1 hour of air on your back. You can do up to 4 dives a day. So that's 4 hours of diving. And you've got to save an entire reef system that's 1,800 miles long and a mile wide on one country. So Fiji has 360 species of coral. It's lost 30% of its reefs in general. And in other areas, it's lost about 70% of its reefs. So it's in a massive decline. So we're going to the remotest part of the island chains that we can get access to because they don't get any focus in this attention. Near the mainland, there's a lot of reef restoration programs going, but everywhere else, it's just left in the wind. So all these northern island chains, that all these beautiful, wonderful human beings that have subsistence living need to catch fish. And again, coral reefs are the nurseries for those fish that they need to catch. So you're talking of hundreds and thousands of people that are relying on this ocean resource of fish. But once those reefs die, there's no fish. So those are the issues, and this is how we're tackling it. Now, that brings me to the fundraising, the NFT side of it. We spend, on average, I would say, 3 fundraisers full-time. Not full-time in terms of full-time working 8 hours a day, but full-time in our organization. They will put out probably upwards of 400 emails a week, and we get 1 response. And that 1 or 2 responses may convert into a donation of possibly $10, $30, $40, maybe $100 if we're really lucky. And in very, very rare circumstances, it goes up into the thousands. So we spend out 400 emails every single month, every week, to just reach organizations that might actually be aligned with us. So we're part of a membership called the 1% for the Planet. Now, this is where
the 1%
for the planet. And I encourage everybody to go check this out. You can be a philanthropist. You can be a part of this. If you're a business owner, it's a commitment to donate 1% of your revenue from your company to a nonprofit. They bridge nonprofits and companies together. So we're part of that organization. We're part of so many different organizations and groups that we try and bridge our businesses. So we're looking at sustainable brand companies within that organization, coffee companies that have, growers that they go and visit, talk to, make sure it's eco-friendly. Then they sell their coffee and they donate 1% of those proceeds to us. So it's not like I'm going after random people. I'm going after people that are aligned with conservation, but ocean conservation is a big flop. 0.01% of all grants allocated to the ocean, that's all you get, is 0.01% of grants go to the ocean. It's the largest ecosystem on our planet, and we get the least funding. So we funnel all our energies into this 1% for the planet because we know these companies will align with us, but even then, it's like they're not interested. Because a starving child will come over a coral reef, animals come over coral reefs, orphanages, homelessness. You just add the list of all the people that need help. Coral reefs are at the very low end of all of this, and yet they're the most significant in terms of how we can survive as a human race for the future, because it literally provides 25% of the population with protein exactly from a coral reef. So we do all this effort, and then NFTs come along, and I'm like, oh, wow. Do you know what? We can actually start creating NFTs. We can create a community. We've already got a good community on our social media networks, and all our tentacles out to various different companies and brands. We can go into the NFT space, start selling NFTs. 100% of those those sales of those NFTs goes to our organization. No one gets paid in our organization. We do all this for free. We do all this as our kindness of our hearts. I donate $24,000 a year out of my own pocket for this organization to be able to keep us going, because I'm fortunate enough to be in that position. But that's not enough. We need hundreds of thousands of dollars every year to be able to scale to do this correctly and do this as an awareness driver. When I throw sculptures into the ocean, people take pictures of it, they share it on social media, boom, there's a whole new way of looking at coral reef restoration. And that's the key. So when we look at this NFT situation, it's like, wow, NFTs, here we go. We can start this whole NFT run, start selling them. 100% of those donations go to it. We can build a community within Clubhouse, Connect Club, various different places. And guess what? There's a smart contract on the back end of it that we can make a percentage of those sales if they're sold on afterwards, which is huge for a nonprofit, because normally we ask somebody for a donation, $5, never see them again.
Mhm.
Now we're saying, hey, buy this NFT for $100, but next time they sell it, we get $7 or $5 or whatever that smart contract is. So then it's generative income for a nonprofit that's really valuable. And then you look at the metaverse space. We're teaming up with Megaverse. Megaverse is a very kind of cool company. It's called Rhino XR Studios. If you want to look at it, they're launching in October. They're dumping millions and millions of dollars into a metaverse. We're building out a HOA. We have 60 properties on 250 lots that is solely dedicated for my company, and we design homes in the real life. Now we're designing some of the sickest, most beautiful creations you've ever seen in the metaverse with our entire design team, because that's what I do for real life stuff. I build mega homes in Malibu, Beverly Hills, Brentwood, all the high-end CEOs and famous actors and all that. We work for all these people. So we're now taking all these real life designs, putting them into the metaverse, and now we're putting smart contracts on top of them solely for philanthropy. So we're doing underwater parks of our work. So when you're part of this HOA, you can go down to the ocean, go into the ocean and swim on our corals, have proximity sensors to me. You come up to me and you start to talk to me, and we give you this information. We tell you what coral's all about. We can tell you how to help. But the way you get there is through a tunnel underneath the sand and underneath the ocean. And that's the gallery that you look at our NFTs. You go into a big glass room, then you can see our stuff. If you want to go for a dive, it's tokenized. You can pay $2. Go for a dive, come out there, and that $2 goes to our organization or whatever it is, however we design that tokenization system. So
Jolien
that's
Collier.
So I'll land my plane on that, as they say. I hope I didn't go over time. Well, I tried to get that as quick as I possibly could.
This is just you're blowing my mind. I'm sure everybody here and on all the platforms, including all of us here with you on this Zoom, are just blown away. And I just want to say thank you again for being here. You're so important. What you're doing is so important. And I'm hoping that there's going to be a live stream of the 27th happening via Zoom underwater. Is it possible?
No, unfortunately not. But we are going to be doing.
You got to do it.
We have about 3 content creators in Fiji with us. So we're going to be creating TikToks every single day. We're doing videos every day. We're filming.
Well, what if a crew can come in and get you live on 5 platforms? And it's
if
live.
That's possible. We don't know how good
a network.
Yeah, because they've been shut down for 2 years. Fiji's been literally closed bordered for 2 years. Just opened up this last month. So I think it's been 2 months. It's been open. They opened in December, but none of the boats are running until April, May. So
I know that our guest. Oh, please.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I said we tried to time this as best as possible. As soon as it opened up, as soon as the boats were running, we shipped, and now we're just timed it perfectly. So we'll see.
I took about 3 pages of notes. You're amazing. Are you speaking at New York NYC NFT?
No.
NFT NYC. You should be.
I'm putting everything on hold for this project because we're going to be there for 6 weeks. I don't get back till August 5th. I'm in the US for only 2 weeks, and I go to Europe for another 3 weeks. Then I come back. So, and middle to the end of September, I'm going to gear back up for fundraising, because in addition to this trip that I'm doing, we're meeting with another scientist. He's a lead marine scientist for the whole of South Pacific. He works in Kiribati, Solomon Islands, Tahiti, Fiji, Tonga, Samoa. He works in all these places. We're meeting with him for another site visit in his area. We're going to then come back, start designing for the next park, which we hope to ship in February. So we got a 3-day meet with him. His organization is called Corals for Conservation. We're also being there with the coral gardeners from Tahiti. And then you've got us counting coral. All 3 of us are going to be there. Coral gardeners have an education program they're doing. They raised about $1 million to go around the world and train youths on coral propagation and understanding how to work in the corals field. So we're meeting with those guys. We're also meeting with Austin, doing a site survey and coming up with a whole brand new design ready to ship.
I'm just floored. I know that there are people here who want to ask you questions. I'd like to open up the floor to Celia, Adam, Coffee, anyone in Clubhouse, on Connect Club, Zoom, Voxels, somebody on mic.
Yeah,
I can't
come
see
on the
you.
mic. Oh, do you want to go ahead? I'm just
Please,
taken
Celia.
away at how much you've got going on. And what I was doing was working on live streaming over into Connect Club. So now we've got an audience in Connect Club live streaming the Zoom into Connect Club as well right now. And I'm just testing it out with a friend of mine. So it's just kind of moving with the flow. And I don't have any questions for you. I'm paying diligent attention to what you have going on. I'm very moved by it. But I was doing some technical stuff.
Thank you,
as well
Adam.
as doing my best to pay attention. So
thank you,
over to you.
Adam. Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Adam.
Celia.
Oh, I just have one question because I found I think it's your organization's website, Counting Coral, and you mentioned NFT before, but I only see the donation page on this website, but there's no sign of an NFT. So I wonder, so where can we find your works, like about the NFTs?
So this is the thing. I'm so spread thin because I'm the person that's running everything. NFTs is new to me. So I've been in Clubhouse for maybe 3 or 4 months, fantastically landed my plane with Vessi and Brooke and all the various people that have been helping me educate myself. I've come up with a GAN NFT art. I've done my own drawing NFT art. I don't have time to work on it while I'm working on all this other stuff. So we have the GAN art. It's pretty cool. I don't know if it'll go out very well, but we'll see how that goes. And
we would love to support you and help you in minting and creating your collection. We're more than willing and available to support you in this project with some volunteer hours and onboarding your staff and teaching them how to mint. It only takes a few minutes once you learn. So we're more than happy to help you.
We would really deeply appreciate that. The one issue that we're having, and I don't know if anybody can maybe help out with this, is the marketplace. So we've gone through Binance, got knocked back. We went through FTX, got knocked back. There's no platform.
We're going to start in OpenSea. Welcome.
No, what I mean is, like, so the nonprofits have to run a little bit differently than everybody else. So you have to connect a bank account to your OpenSea account. You have to have a marketplace to be able to funnel those monies back to USD. We cannot hold monies in a trading platform as a nonprofit. So in other words, as soon as you sell an NFT, you have to take those revenues and convert them to USD because you're not allowed to trade donations.
No problem.
Yeah. So if we can find a platform that will actually work with a nonprofit, we can set up those accounts, set up our, that would be super helpful.
We'd love to support you and consider this our contribution and supporting this cause, which is amazing. And we had another person. Where's Teguh from?
Teguh is from Indonesia. From
Indonesia. And just learning just a little bit from Teguh, but really diving deep, no pun intended, with you in terms of the importance of the preservation of coral. It's always been something that's been in the back of many of us minds, like, oh yeah, coral's really important. We don't know why, we understand the fish. So a lot of us, we know it's something that's in the back of our minds about how key it is, but hearing the numbers of really an incredible destination due to climate, due to the climate issues is staggering. And for us who have children, for us who are aunts and uncles and have family, just to understand that in 30 years, it might not even be there for our families, for our grandchildren, for our nieces and nephews.
And then we won't be here.
Vessi will not be here.
No. And then we won't be here if we don't actually jump
After
to the cause and actually motivate people to actually, like, really to swallow it, if you will, how bad it is. It's so bad that, like, you could have that, like, everyone will be in a gas mask. I mean, you know what I mean? Like 30, 50 years, I don't want that.
I think the key is the mind shift of, while it is a dim view of the future, that we still have hope as long as we can continue to educate people and spread the news. And so with the platforms of social media and opportunities like this where we can hear you. And so each one of us has an organic reach, and then we have a push reach where we can reach out and continually share and continue to help you raise funds for this. So I think sometimes it's one person at a time.
I have a question.
You have a group of people here with you today, and I think we're all excited to get on board your project and support and share with you as much as we can. Thank you so much. So great meeting you.
Likewise.
Thank you, Coffee.
Appreciate it, Coffee.
I wanted to know, Jolien, how many hundreds of thousands a year? You said hundreds of thousands a year to keep it going, keep it exponentially.
Yeah, so this is the thing. So in order to be truly effective with this type of work, you have to do it on a large scale. So we're doing these smaller models, and we're talking only 120 sculptures, which sounds a lot. And it is a lot. It's a huge amount of work. Mm-hmm. Imagine trying to sink 120 sculptures into the ocean, stake into the seafloor, and then plant hundreds of pieces of coral on them. I mean, it's massive, but it's not enough. It's simply not enough. So in order to scale, I need $1 million to build one of the largest coral banks in the world. And once you build massive coral banks, you have hundreds of thousands of species being grown at one time, which is a conveyor belt of corals that can now go out into these reef systems. And it's like a little conveyor belt, and that's what it is. So most reef restoration programs are like this. They go out into the reef, harvest coral, put it on the table, grow it, put it back out on the reef, and start a whole cycle again. But we're going after climate resilient coral, harvesting those, growing them out and using them as clones. So now we know we're in the genome type that is actually replacing the coral on the natural reef systems with stronger genome types. If we don't do that, and here's a fantastic example, the guy that I'm meeting with, you can look him up. His name is Dr. Austin Kirby. He had a 12-year reef program going in the 80s and 90s. Had a bleaching event in 1993. His entire project died because they weren't aware that there was a problem with coral to that degree, or that we knew the ocean temperatures were going to rise that much. So his entire 12-year project died in 2 weeks. Then he was obviously distraught, got really depressed, went into hibernation for a while, almost got out of the whole industry. And then he kind of woke up one day and going, I got to step up and I got to save these corals. And he's now 72, working his ass off every day.
You're meeting with him?
Yeah, we're meeting with him because he's the lead scientist for climate resilient coral. So he teaches, he does classes. We're going to go down there and pick his brains every single day. So we're fully formed with the new technologies of harvesting coral. So he's the one who's been developing all this. And he's like one of only 2 or 3 people that have this understanding 5 years ago. So now fast forward 5 years, people have now got this understanding and everybody is now adopting his practices. So we're very fortunate that we've been working with him for the last 2 years, and we actually get to meet him finally after all this time because Fiji's now opened up. So, you know, if you're not doing this on scale, and he's desperate, he's writing papers every day, trying and pleading with everybody he can. And I see the email threads. I mean, there's hundreds of people he's CCing in, talking about the problems, knowing what to do, and there's no funding. There's zero funding.
And I think that divide comes from, unfortunately, media. Media that is connected to other media, that's connected to other media. But the point is, nobody thinks it's really happening. Isn't it true, Jolien, that because of human consumption, 40%, global warming would happen anyway. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? Without us humans, it would be happening anyway. But we pushed it forward about 40%. Is that right?
Well,
about 40.
When you look at most of the data from ice cores, you can see over, just for argument's sake, 10,000 year period, you can see the climate doing this very consistently, going up and down. In the last 200 years, it's gone like this, boom, right up. So there's no doubt human activity is accelerating this. Now, do you want to take a gamble on a 10,000 year process going up and down gently? and everything's copacetic, and then you push it within a 200-year range to its maximum problems, and it's not going like this and coming down, it's going like this and going up. So there's no projection of it ever stopping if the consumption of carbon that we're pumping into the atmosphere at right now. So everybody's got this argument, oh, it's a natural cycle. Yeah, it's a natural cycle, but you're pushing it at a very rapid pace. Now, what the problem with that is, over a 10,000 year period, animals migrate naturally. And actually, scientists have documented forced migration by animals right now. But a lot of animals can't move fast enough because in 10,000 years, they've got time to migrate to these different climates. But you do it in 200 years, they cannot migrate fast enough. Trees naturally migrate. You know, the grasslands and savannas of Africa used to be forest lands. You know, Amazon used to be no trees there. Now there's a whole Amazon forest. This happens over thousands of years. We're pushing ourselves so fast to the brink of the problem. We have no idea what's going on. And every single scientific data that has been recorded to predict to this time where we're at failed. They were actually wrong by massive amounts. So if we're doing predictions that were 20-year-old predictions and we've hit those marker points now and we were off, push that another 20 years forward, obviously the modeling is a bit better, but the modeling is so accurate now, it's terrifying.
Did you catch, Jolien, did you catch the climate summit, Joe Biden's climate summit a couple years ago?
I don't pay attention to any of that noise, just garbage.
It was a 3-day, well, I learned a lot, and there were a lot of indigenous peoples that spoke and actually got the stage and got to share. The seed savers who know about the climate on every degree, every level, and who need a seat at the table. So when you mentioned Tahitians, who are the coral teachers, let me look here what you said, the coral gardeners. That's so beautiful. Yeah. That's so like spot on there, because actually that's who needs to have a seat at the table the most. And I think that also what you're saying, you know, the coal that we burn, there's a song by David Dotson, everything gas, right? So it moved everything insanity, the technological age is here, right? Wow, what are we gonna do? We got to do something. So we're here with you to do something, Jolien, and we're so glad that you're so invested and passionate about this. And you're so smart and intelligent, and you're such an amazing educator. So I just really am really grateful that you came through today to Digital 2020 and Bloom into Web3, because we need you, we need your voice, we need the way that you can connect us. And we're hoping that you can see the value in the way that we can connect you. And may that million come through, man. May it come through. May many more million come through. If I had millions or one even, I would give it to you. So on that note, I want to.
I just want to scale to 1 million. You know, if I do 50,000 a year, that's 1 park a year. If I do 100,000, that's 2 parks a year. If I do 1 million, that's an entire ecosystem that I've built. And I can do it very quickly. I'm a very intelligent person when it comes to art and engineering. So I can knock out parks like this and I can just do them really easily. It's not a struggle for me because I'm in this building industry. So what can't do, we can do, which is fortunate, you know.
And we had a guest yesterday, Keith Howes. I back channeled you his ocean conservation platform on LinkedIn, I believe. And I also sent him yours. And so there's also Tego Osternick. And so it really is, how many divers are needed for that $50,000 for that one park? Just an idea.
We have 7 or 8 divers right now.
Okay, 7 to 8 divers.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any closing words? And I mean, geez, our mouths are on the floor here. You know.
I mean, closing words. I think we all need to understand that. I affect, you affect, we all affect. So if we're not all affecting together, we're just in a losing battle of what's going on around us. And what the problem is, it's a gentle battle. It's ever so creeping towards problems that are really becoming hard to resolve. So if we don't get on this bandwagon resolving these issues as a community, and this is why I say these G7 summits and all these climate actions are absolute garbage, because it's just talk. They're not doing that. There's no action steps behind it. So it takes people like us, me, you, everybody to create action steps. And all you've got to do is support the people doing the action steps. You don't actually have to do anything yourself. Just participate in the steps with somebody. You don't have to be the leader. You can be the foot soldier. Hey, I'm going to donate $5 every month. That's all I'm going to do. If that's the last thing you do for the rest of your life, you've done well, because no one else is really doing it. So just $5, $3, $7. It really doesn't matter. You're just participating in the result that something beneficial is happening, something good is transpiring, as opposed to just being flatline, nothing happening.
Yeah, we have to, I'm quoting you here, but I also added, we have to effectively be the bandwagon. We have to be the train and bring on people, and just a little bit of a donation every month can give so much. Well, you definitely
having me on stage and being able to talk, because awareness is a huge driver here. So the more I plant those seeds, it may be 2 years from now that you hear a story about coral and you'll remember this conversation and go, wow, 2 years has gone past. Now I understand what's going on more, because the penny doesn't drop all the time. It takes multiple different types of conversations to be able to get the penny to drop with people. And it takes a lot of effort and communication. So you guys are doing the good work right now by just having me allowed to be in this position right now to be able to talk to, I don't know how many people we're conversing with or listening, but that's 20 people I never got to speak to.
And you know? the concept you just built, the penny dropped. Can that be the name of it? I mean, it dropped and then bam, it's done. We're doing it. Yeah, boom. Cool. Yay, Joanne, thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
We're so glad you're here. We hope that you stay. Well, we have our next guest, Joe Nix, in the house from Heartistry. I know you know each other. And Joe Nix is yes, I believe so. Nothing.
Yo, hey man.
What's up, mate? He's so good. Can't wait.
Yeah, man, it's good to see you again. It's been so long. I know, it's been a while.
All right, guys. I'm gonna bounce off the camera, but I'll still be here. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
All right.
Let's do one photo. One photo. Ready? One photo.
And yo, Julian, I need to connect you to Steve C, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Someone called Steve C. Yeah, he's working on an Ocean Punks project.
Oh,
so
I know.
Then everything you're doing. Yeah, you will have met Steve, I'm sure.
He did say tentacles. There's also the, you know,
Yeah, I love that guy. He always comes with such a good perspective when you're talking about NFTs, and like it's always like coming
so
from
many different things as well.
Yeah,
music and stuff we talked about a lot.
Yeah,
he's awesome, man.
Can't wait to hear you, Joe. Appreciate it, bud.
All right, big love, man. Good to see you.
Hello, Joe Nix. Joe Nix is in the
house
Bessie. From the UK.
How are you?
Hi, I'm good, doing well, thank you. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm really good, thanks. It's really cool to see you in this scenario. Usually we're writing.
Isn't it lovely? We have Cafe D'Ambrosi here with us. We have Adam Weiss, Happy Meta Shots. We have Celia. We have Min K and BK Han. We're on Clubhouse. We're on Connect Club. We're on YouTube Live. We're in Voxels, and we're here. That's 5 platforms.
Damn, that's a lot. Well, I hope I do it justice. It's going to be fun.
Well, I was just going to ask you about that exactly. How should we do this? Would you like to start with an introduction, or would you like me to share a couple minutes about how it is that your amazing talent is has touched and reached the lives of all of us? Okay. I had the pleasure of meeting Joe at the NFT Superstar nomination a few months back, and he arrived at the tail end of it and played a few songs, and I was automatically, I mean, just enthralled just to hear the tone, the voice, the vibration that literally is healing. You'll hear it because I'm sure he's going to play for you. And that was the beginning of about 19 songs that we have going on right now. He is an amazing visual and musical and songwriting artist with so much passion for his platform, Heartistry. Heartistry is a platform for the artist, by the artist, but for the betterment of society, giving to causes, just like as we had Jolene Collier here speaking about what is needed from people and the donations that they could make. The artist gets to choose, and the artist gets to write, and the artist gets to be part of this beautiful Heartistry, which is this ecosystem. I'm the butterfly that's my pseudo character. And I believe, Joe, yours is the red-tailed lemur. Am I right?
Ring-tailed lemur.
Ring-tailed lemur. That's right. Cool. So without further ado, Joe Nix, the floor is yours. We're so glad you're here. Welcome to Digital 2020, Bloom into Web3 Social with TSA and DAO. Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you so much, Fess. That was an awesome introduction. And yeah, I go by, well, you sort of do acronyms, right? So Heartistry and stuff, it started off in its roots was an events company back in, so it sort of started off in 2020, right? We went through COVID. There was no events. I'd been working in a pub before, hosting open mics on a Sunday, right? I was going to give you a little brief lowdown of where I'm coming from and then how I transitioned into the NFT space. So then we finished COVID and I started putting on events because I was going around trying to find open mics, places that I could play, and everyone was going, oh, we don't do it because of COVID. And I was like, okay. So that means no artists feel that there's an output to perform, right? It was like, if I felt it, I knew that other people would feel it. And so I approached the venue, started putting on some open mics. I did like 1 or 2, and then we shut down again in the UK. We went through these like different sections. So it was like summer came around, put on a few events, then new restrictions come in, everything gets shut down again, goes dormant. I become a key worker. So I was working for Amazon, right? The whole time I've been writing songs. So I've been writing songs now for like 9.5 years. It's like a obsession. I studied at a university because I wanted to sort of crack the code, whatever I thought that was. Realized there's not really any code and there is no rules, and creativity is like, it's quite an abstract concept for me. I could talk about it for a while, but I like enjoying the different peaks and troughs of it and going with where it goes. So then I move home. I stop working for Amazon. I move out of London, the big smoke, and I get into NFTs, which I'd heard about. I was invited onto Clubhouse. It's funny, I was talking to my friend Igley, who I've been working with a lot on Ethereum layer 2 stuff recently. We did this experiment. It was like a jigsaw piece puzzle, and Vessi's on it. And because I did a gig for Connect Club, and we recorded it. And so I was thinking, how can I put everything that I've learned over the past year and a few months about NFTs, and how can I put this into something where I can talk about it and move on and it be like the rawest form of the idea of what Heartistry is. And so I've been putting together this talk for New York, and funnily now we're here, right? We've got 30 minutes here, so that's pretty cool. There's going to be a lot of talking. I hope I'm not going too fast or you're following along and stuff, because it's probably different.
We're American, but we'll
podcast.
try to
We're here to
keep
listen
up.
to you, bro.
All right, cool. Oh
North
yeah, that's
American.
dope in crypto voxels. I love these backgrounds as well. I don't have one of those cool backgrounds, but
we can send you one. Which one do you want?
I can train you how to. It just did it in the clutch right here, so it's nothing.
Yo, sick. That's cool. All right, check these out. I was trying to show you them when Bessie was doing the introduction. Right, these are some GANs that I've been programming, and
Beautiful.
This one was on the collection. So basically, the question is, I guess it's like layer 2 and Heartistry. Like, what is Heartistry, right? Funny thing is, I always said I discovered this idea of Heartistry, right? It came through like wanting to put on events, and I was working with someone who I met on Instagram Live, and we were just going back and forth, and then the word Heartistry was discovered, and it was like, okay, that was perfect, because it's initially my idea was heart and soul. And they were like, that sounds more like an event title rather than a company or something that could grow into something bigger, right? Yeah, a platform. And that's the other thing I realized, being a music artist, it's bigger than music. NFTs, Heartistry, it's bigger than just music, but it's actually for all artists, because the problem is, well, the problem that needs solving now that we've got like digital authenticity and we've got wallets that are associated to one person. I can have a direct transaction with someone across the other end of the world with no middle person. So when something like that happens, it doesn't mean that platforms are dead. It just means that there's a new value system that could be implemented that's more in favor of artists, creatives. As AI and stuff progresses, there's going to be there's going to be a need for jobs, because the thing that AI struggles with is creativity in a certain element. And because creativity is one of the things that fundamentally makes us human beings. That's what I believe anyway, right? That's why I strive to create as much as possible. So I was thinking, so how can I figure out a system that supports someone like me who wants to make music, make art, go out, perform art, live a happy life, provide for family, whatever. How can I create a system that will stand the test of time? And instead of starting here and then needing money and then it falls, instead what you can do with Web3 is you can create a system of processes that almost act like a trustless system because it happens on the blockchain, right? And you can make it so that over time those systems grow into something that's exponential. So that's sort of what the idea of Heartistry is. And if you actually break down the words, it has that in the words too, because it's the idea of putting heart into artistry, right? And it's from artists for artists, and it's also from the heart for the heart. And your heart's beating. As soon as you're alive, your heart starts beating. And for as long as your heart's beating, you have the ability to be creative. And that means creating something from nothing. And that's the power that all human beings have. And also, if you can encourage that process, then it'll actually be a benefit to humanity as a whole. Because creativity drives innovation. And that innovation can come out in forms of technology, which is the reason why we're all here now. It's because of NFT tokens, right? Which is just tokenization of digital assets or things. And what that means is,
it's a new way to communicate. It's a new way to communicate. Sort of. It's a super highway. Well, people can communicate with their NFTs, their songs, their projects to companies. It could be
exactly, because it represents them.
Yeah, for this event, you know, there's 100 wearables or more being created with these themes every day. And today is ETH's new layer of life, right? Yeah. Layer 2, new layer of life. And so with your ETH 2, with the new layer was it on optimism that you just released So that's why I thought of you for the topic. Besides really wanting you to perform some songs.
Yeah, of course I can do that too.
That would be great. Want to give us one now? Of course.
We've got 30 minutes though, right? So
absolutely.
I thought I would let this guy. Let's see when this is posted, right? So this was posted 29th of April.
I'm getting some feedback from Extinct here. We are broadcasting live
in
Connect Club as well. We've got an audience. It's
Extinct.
Extinct.
I took my headphones off and was putting it over there because I wasn't sure if they were actually hearing any audio, but we are, and he's waving at me now on like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
He's waving.
Wait. Put it a little bit back. Amazing.
I can't see it.
Yeah. So you're broadcasting the Zoom live to Connect Club right now, and Extinct's throwing up a blue heart.
Oh, awesome. Well, yo to everyone on those platforms, big ups. It's lovely to share this moment with you, right? That's the other thing that's cool about NFTs is we're able to now, before moments would come and go, and maybe you'd capture them in pictures and videos, but now you can actually capture those moments and you can either give them away or you can gamify them and put them as part of a brand of experiences. That's another thing that we're looking to do with Heartistry, and we've been trying to do through POAPs and stuff like that, but actually expanding the idea of what a POAP is. Instead of it being restricted to the app, a POAP is just a proof of attendance thing, right? It's going, oh, you were here, and therefore you can get this as a thank you for being here. That's what a POAP is. So you don't have to use an app to do that. You can just do that in the NFT itself. And then you can do airdrops. Like the reason why Ethereum layer 2 is cool, just to quickly answer that now, is it's just like, why does everyone use Polygon? Well, because it's got no gas fees. So you don't have to spend loads of gas money in order to transfer NFTs to people for free. Or if someone buys an NFT that's £5, it doesn't mean that they're actually spending £55 because gas is high. So what Ethereum layer 2 is, it's just Ethereum, works exactly the same as Ethereum, and there's no gas fees. It's like 40 cents for gas, 30 cents for gas. The highest I paid, I think, was 50 cents for gas. And so it is just the next evolution. It's not like what about this? Like, is this like an alternative? It's like whatever isn't that is sort of like an old NFT, but they're actually putting in bridges where people can bridge over there. Ethereum layer 1 NFTs to Ethereum layer 2. That's becoming possible as well. Optimism is the network that I'm on, or that we've minted the experiment on. It was a NFT AI generative art and music jigsaw piece puzzle. So in that, I included a live performance that I did for Connect with all you guys there, and that was sick. So I included that, as well as there was a band practice that I did with my family. We called it Family Ties. So the acronym in Heartistry, we deal with acronyms like I'm the RTL, Vessi, Butterfly, she's B-Fly, B-Fly, stay high. Hell yeah. And I saw on your Quixotic as well, Vess, that you put it as B-Fly. I thought that was really cool.
I did.
Yeah, that was dope. Yeah, that was dope.
Thank you for that, by the way.
Why do all these people have nicknames and I don't have one? Why you have B-Fly as your name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are a nickname, Happy Meta Shots.
Oh, but I want another.
Yeah.
He wants the Heartistry one. So wait.
You want the Heartistry one?
How can someone?
I'm sure I could sort you out with that. So you're asking like, how do people get into Heartistry? Yeah. Well, to be honest, this is the cool thing about it is loads of people are in Heartistry. This is what I say to my brother and stuff all the time. It's just really fun. It's just like, oh, sorry. Am I on video still?
Yes,
you are.
Yes,
we see you.
Oh, right, cool.
The screen.
I just realized I just put my phone down.
Why don't we go to Heartistry instead of TSA?
Yeah, do it.
Can we go to Heartistry, please?
I'll tell you what. Go to.
We're not going to go to Heartistry in CryptoVoxels.
No, we want to share the Heartistry website, please, so we can look at
Heartistry.xyz.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Thank you, Poppy.
And
You're welcome.
Yeah, cheers for that. So that's sort of yeah. Wait, I'm gonna play this video, right? So I've been putting together this talk, right? And I just typed into YouTube Heartistry. I'd not really done that. And I got a result of loads, and this backed up my theory, right? Of like loads of people have Heartistry. Like all I'm doing is identifying, like I started Heartistry, and the reason why I started it was from a very pure place. It was I want to create a space where artists can go to perform or to like be supported. And the reason why I want to do that is because I'm an artist who just wants to create stuff and needs supporting, but the right support networks aren't there. And so I will create it. That was the reason why it was created, right?
Joe, you're able to share your screen now.
Oh, sick. The only thing is, I'm on a phone right here. I'm on a phone.
So am I. Otherwise, I would.
So you can. What is the solution?
Happy, will you please? Are you
looking at your laptop?
Yeah, I'm just gonna flip the camera. It's on an iPad here.
Sure,
but,
absolutely.
The thing that was really cool about it.
Sorry, just Extinct was asking are you saying your nickname is B-Fly or We Fly?
Oh, Vessi is B-Fly. So Vessi's the butterfly of Heartistry.
Okay, cool. There was just a question from the audience. I didn't want to disrupt.
No worries. No, I'm happy to. I'm happy to elaborate on this concept. I'm happy.
Yeah. No, he was just wondering. Now he's coming back because he's listening in Connect Club, and now he's laughing. So anyway, back to you.
Yeah.
If Vessi is the butterfly, it must be the bee.
Oh, do you know what's mad? My mum's the bumblebee.
She is.
Dr. Tauchi said she was
the queen bee.
Heart of the earth, the heart of
the queen bee. That's right. The heart of the universe.
Sorry, I couldn't hear what you just said then.
It's okay.
Vesti's the heart of the universe.
No, we collectively are, guys. We collectively are the heart of the universe.
Adam, for all of your equipment, you're a little tinny, my darling.
10-4.
Copy.
I'm just waiting.
I didn't notice any tin. I didn't notice, but
I got
he
a
is
really
super.
expensive microphone,
You got the proper setup over there, actually.
He looks
Oh,
good.
man,
He looks good.
You're like a
I've been
real
working on
podcaster.
it for a while.
He's a
Homeless
See,
for
I
a little
think
while,
you're
and I was
mute.
like, but I have a microphone. That's
Who's
all I need
muted,
is a
Celia?
microphone.
No, Kathy was
Celia?
mute for a second. I see her mouth moving, but there's no
No,
sound.
my mouth was moving,
Ah,
but
I
I
can see
wasn't
everyone now.
saying
Oh,
I wasn't saying anything. I work a lot. I have a lot of deaf friends, so sometimes I'm like, we were signing ASL yesterday to the C song.
Oh, wow.
I love that.
No, but it's really cool. I love the acronyms and stuff. You can all get your acronyms because you all got Heartistry, I'm pretty sure. It's just, I'm going to let this guy explain what Heartistry is, right? And the thing that I thought was awesome was I found all these people who have Heartistry, right? Who I'd never even known about. And they're all trying to explain what is Heartistry. So this was a year ago. What is Heartistry? This
And you
almost
found
4
it
years ago.
yesterday.
What? Yeah. What is the
I s-
Heartistry experience?
When I
Heartistry
Googled
introduction
it,
from 8 years ago.
Wow.
You know what I mean? But check this out, because this guy explains it perfectly. I'd never met him before.
Today, a slip of the tongue led to a new word, Heartistry.
Can you hear that?
Heartistry. And the, of course, accompanying word, heartist.
Yep.
So I've been musing about what and who is a heartist and what is heartistry. Heartistry in this moment sounds like the art of living creatively from your heart. A heartist, therefore, is somebody whose life is characterized by living creatively from the heart. So from the heart, what is that? Guided by love. Let's just start with that. Guided by love and not necessarily and solely by intellect. And creatively, heartistry suggests creativity. So there's a kind of an engagement of heart space that is full of mystery, full of curiosity, and full of inventiveness. If I encounter another being in my full heartist mode, with exercising my highest heartistry, then I encounter that person carefree and untroubled and creative and full of curiosity, and not pigeonholing them or me into a box. We're like Picassos of the heart with each other if we're fully engaged heartists. And so what do? You live a love-focused life as a heartist, full of mystery and curiosity, open-mindedness, and the spirit of an artist whose paintbrush is love. That's heartistry. Not a bad start out, I think.
Yo, so I thought that was pretty crazy when I found
beautiful. That's beautiful. What is that man's name?
that. Let me get it for you.
When you
His name is
Google
Thomas
heartistry-
G. Goddard. So if you're wondering what heartistry is, he defined it right there. And so that's what I strive to do. And that's the type of place that I strive to create for other people to use as well. Like one of the things that I realized a year ago when I first started was there was an opportunity here. There was a big opportunity. And I had to make a decision on how I wanted to capitalize on that opportunity, whether I wanted to do it for myself or do it with a bigger vision. And so I chose to do it with a bigger vision. I hope the right vision in creating Heartistry. It's funny, I got on OpenSea, I got the word, I got Heartistry before I got my name. So I got the platform name Heartistry, released my album, and then it got to like November or December or something like that last year. And I was like, you know what I need to do? I need to get my name. So I typed in Joe Nix to get my name on OpenSea, and someone else had already got it. I was so annoyed. I was like, I was so much earlier than you, and yet you still got my name. But it's because I put all my focus into artistry instead. And I wouldn't have it
He's
any
gonna
way.
sing a song.
Yeah, I'm gonna sing a song. I'll do a little intro. This is the jingle that me and my brother did.
What is it
Oh,
called,
the
Jeff?
first. This is called Welcome to Heartistry. Yeah. Oh, you got a nice voice. Do you want me to take it down a bit for you? I could go like, let's go.
Very unused.
Yeah. Welcome to Heartistry.
Welcome to Heartistry.
Nice. Welcome to Heartistry.
Welcome to Heartistry.
I guess now it's you and me.
You.
Yeah, that's it. Welcome to Heartistry.
That was beautiful. Yay!
Thanks.
Yay!
Yeah, now I just want to play music all the time. But
We
hey,
can
by the
hear
way,
you
it's
play
cool. I
music.
can see y'all. Yeah, but I just want to make sure I don't lose the point too much. So
We have.
You have not lost the plot. Yeah.
well, everyone thinks that.
You have.
But it actually fuels me, I'm not gonna lie. I love being the crazy one. I find it fun. But yeah, check this out. Go on, sorry.
You have a lot of clarity. So
thank you.
you can't judge a book by its cover.
Oh yeah, no, I'm trying to be the embodiment of that.
I love it.
We all like surprises, right? I wrote this song about that actually. It's like, 'cause you took me by surprise, falling even further for those eyes. I knew when I found you. Ooh.
We have you. We have you. Don't worry.
I knew when I found you. There's no one I'd rather be beside while I'm sleeping. Beside you Anyway, that was about surprises.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Well, yeah, I try my best basically to, I've been trying to structure myself around creativity really. So that's what really took me into this journey of NFTs, because I saw it as a new way to actually make an income from being creative, like making something out of nothing. That maybe, and also like as artists, I guess, I'm not trying to speak for anyone else but myself either, but it's quite hard. Maybe you have to get over a lot of like personal struggles, I guess, in order to like actually be proud of releasing something, right? And not being too hard on yourself, because that's pretty difficult. But then what I saw with NFTs was it was a way it was a way for you to basically release stuff that, like, if it's been living on my phone and I listen to it and it makes me feel something, maybe that can make one other person feel something. And that's something that NFTs allow you to do. You can put something out. I can sell a voice note, which is what happened in August last year, just before my birthday. Because I didn't sell one voice note, but I sold 2, and then I sold 2, 3 more. And now I don't know how many it is. I think it's like 8 of them now gone. But I sold 8 songs, and one of them was a voice note. The first one I ever sold was a voice note. It was to an amazing person, artist, platform creator called Igley. And they bought a voice note, and in that one voice note, I made more than all of my streams combined on Spotify, which had been professionally produced. Like, luckily I was able to work with a producer for free called Tim Ross, because he believed in me. And that was a crazy situation, how that came about. and how to manager and stuff, all this. But I had lots of good advice. Yeah, I had lots of good advice. And so I sort of been steering away from the traditional. Yeah?
Yes, Bessie.
Joe,
Hello.
what do you think about writing one on the spot right now before we say goodbye?
Why don't you just play your music?
On my
It's Bessie's
birthday.
birthday.
Oh
My
yeah.
birthday.
Is it your birthday today?
It's my birthday.
It's Bessie B's
Well, happy
birthday.
birthday.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah. I hope you have a nice day.
Having the best day.
And all your dreams come true.
You're a dream come true.
And we release that album.
Releasing the album.
'Cause it's just living in my voice now.
Living in my voice now. And on the ship, on the sea.
Alright, but nice. But before I finish, how many minutes have we got left of this talk? 5 minutes. Okay, that's okay. That's all right.
6.5. Take it, Joe.
Like,
Take
so
it,
for an
Joe.
example, right? As an example, right? Just to make this into something cool, right? If you want to know about how, we could take this moment that just happened then and make it into something amazing using NFTs, right? You could give that out as a POAP, like a happy birthday POAP, right? And then you would award that to all the people in the room or in Connect Club or wherever you are in the metaverse too. Yeah. It's cool looking at crypto voxels if you're flying around.
Oh, Jill, we got a piano for you.
You got a piano?
Yeah, I got a piano for you now. Just got it for your birthday, Bessie.
This is Min.
Yes.
This is Min. Min meet
Yes,
Joe.
Min.
Yay!
I've come across you before, Min. I love you, Min. It's nice to just be in the same room as you and actually have a human connection. Yeah. Like, basically, like what I'm trying to do is figure out ways that we can actually use these moments that come and go and would usually just live in our memories. Live in our memories and make them into something awesome. And gamification, right? Human beings love video games. They love board games. We played games the whole time that we've been here. And so that applies into NFTs as well. So everyone get excited about what's going to be happening. And do stuff with Heartistry. Heartistry's a doing word because it's a verb and you do something with it. So I'm not just playing these songs right now. I'm not even doing anything. I'm just playing from the heart right now. I'm trying to figure it out till the sun goes down. We're just chilling here on Clubhouse or Connect Club or wherever. We can't do any better. Flying around in crypto voxels. I'm gonna do this forever. Yeah.
Let us sing to you, Bessie.
Wherever you go, I'll be around you forever. Ready for it. So caught up in you. I just sit in the metaverse all day. And I'm so caught up in you. I could talk till my mouth goes numb. I feel dumb, 'cause I know nothing. I know everything to me. I feel dumb, 'cause I know nothing. But I just dream about ideas in my sleep. That's Heartistry. But then we gotta try do something with it. anyway, this song is called Finally.
Thank you.
And it's about.
That's so
Cheers.
good. This is a big stage for you, Joe.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I don't know. It's really it's just playing to a phone for me right here.
Do you,
but it's not.
Do you
it's,
see it?
Just,
do you see it, Joe, on the screen, the stage that was built?
Whoa, yeah, I see it. In crypto voxels. I didn't know that was what it was though.
This is for you, Joe. It's for you, Joe.
Way. Damn it, I'm not even there.
But listen, Joe, we're having a music event and I want to invite you. Either on the 25th or 26th, you can come and play in crypto voxels.
That'll be a close one. Because I'm in I'm going to NFT NYC, I hope. I got my vaccine.
You did.
Or my second dose, yeah, so I can go. But I can't go until the 21st because you need 14 days before. But I've got a speaker slot there. You've just not let me know what date I'm speaking. But I'm just going with the force, so we're going anyway. But yeah, I would love to perform.
Yay!
Yes.
Fantastic. Yeah. You're confirmed.
Hell yeah, thank you. No coffee. Sorry.
No, don't apologize for ever singing to me.
Okay. All right. So that was actually really fun. And we sort of did do the little song as well, Bessie. That was fun too. Because that was off the top of my head. And maybe we could make that a cool po-up instead. Because this is recording.
Yes, it is. And it's live streaming on YouTube. And it'll be available on YouTube. Yes, yes.
Well, yo to the replay and any heartbeats, right? Anyone who's got any heartbeats. Vessi, you got a heartbeat. Yeah. I don't know. If you listen to this, let me know. And I'll give you points in the game. Yeah. I've been giving people points in the game. Social gamification is the future. You heard it from me. Yeah. Because social currency is a thing. People give away free hearts. So if you can gamify that, then you're winning. So psychology.
Take us out, Joe. Take us out. Give us a good one.
Hey, I don't do bad ones. I always strive to write the best thing I've ever done.
I just wanted to encourage you, my darling. There you go.
Oh, thank you.
Voila.
Damn. Okay.
Little push.
Cheers. Cheers.
I really appreciate that.
I love the blush. It's fantastic.
I love how Min just slid right up into her camera adjusted and she was like,
I made a beautiful image for you guys.
Yeah.
Beautiful photos.
Very beautiful.
Yes.
Can we come back into the image?
I did. Give me a second. Make another image.
I think I'm above the teapot.
I thought Min was saying I made a beautiful image for you when she came back onto the screen. You get it? Min's beautiful face came back.
She is a beautiful image. It's true. She's beautiful.
Yeah. We love Min. You're awesome. You know a lot as well. I've seen you around a lot actually. Let me see then. So this song is called Finally, and it's about wanting the world to be a better place. I wrote this song whilst I was at university, right? And the thing I love about it is it just fills me with optimism every time. And that's why it's got the optimism badge. And the Heartistry game. Finally, I've woken up out of the fantasy where nothing needs to change, but now all of me is woken up. Change perspective. I'm awake. No more trying to escape this black and white prison or black and white hate. Because everybody's realized that everybody's different, but it's alright, they're not scrutinized by the system. It's a world where creatives can create and aren't half forced to go a more academic way. That's a more academic state of mind because it's efficient and keeps uncontrolled change distant. See, before, everybody was living a lie. The only gem to change the contemplator shook the spine. They couldn't see the bigger picture in the narrow minds. I could have saved the world if I could just go back in time and say, wake up, you don't even know what you're missing. Living isn't trying to fit in. Believe in everything that you're told. Awake to the whole truth. Finally, woken up out of the fantasy where nothing needs to change, but now all of me is woken up. And now it's time for change. Yo, thank you so much for having me. And it's been awesome. And I hope you learned something about it. I didn't talk too much about Ethereum layer 2, but it's pretty simple. It's just Ethereum layer 2.
You are Ethereum layer 2.
Yes, I have songs. Yes, the RTL. We're out there on Ethereum layer 2. So thanks for that, Bess.
Thank you, Joe.
I'm Ethereum layer 2. Cheers, everyone. You should be Ethereum layer 2 too.
So we're gonna have a layer 2 songs coming soon. And
yeah.
And our TSA Magic Music Box is coming soon on Polygon. And all the songs, 100 songs was written by Vessi. We're coming soon. We're gonna invite.
I heard about that.
Grand opening.
Insane. I don't know why anyone would do that to themselves, right? 100 songs in that short space of time.
What I said to her.
I know. No, to be fair, I do understand it, but just don't do it again. It's just don't do that.
Don't do it again.
So if we have time, I would like to play one song for you before we off. How about Bessie?
Sure. Can you switch us so we can see each other?
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
So here.
So we can see our Vesselina on her birthday before she has to leave.
Love you guys.
Happy birthday. I'm gonna go off my camera, but it's been sick.
You've been amazing. Hey Joe, can you reach out to me via Instagram?
Yeah. Happy birthday, Bessie.
Yeah, message
Thank
me.
you.
And you got a piano. I think Ethan just now.
See ya. Bye. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. It's been awesome. I'm gonna still be here, but
love you.
Okay, so Bessie, we are off now.
We're still on.
We're still on. So
we're still on.
We are close to the ending the morning session. Thanks everyone, and happy birthday to Bessie. Thanks, Jill. Great, and we learned a lot. Layer 2 economy. Layer 2 economy. Yeah, I'll see you in New York.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Bessie, you or Kathy or Adam, you would like to deliver your closing remarks and gonna off today.
Sure. I'm gonna speak because we have the birthday lady, Miss Vesselina Mink, who we are so proud of, and we couldn't do any of this without her. Digital 2020, so happy to have her. Metaverse Club, Connect Club, and all of us here on the team. Bessie, we couldn't do any of this without you. You are a constant joy to us, a constant inspiration. And when we're a mess, you show up for us. So we appreciate it. So we hope that you have an amazing day-to-day with your family, your friends, and your loved ones. And know that we're thinking of you as we continue to boom into Web3 social with Digital 2020. We love you.
I love you too. Coffee, I love you, Coffee. Thank
I can't see
you.
your face.
Oh, okay. So Adam, you any closing remarks, and then we're gonna ending with a disclaimer today from Celia.
Can
Yeah,
can we
absolutely.
can we see Vessie's face?
Bessie,
Can we see her face?
I can see it. No, you can see it?
No,
You
I
cannot see.
Oh, okay, I can see it. Okay, let me
You
change
see
to
it?
another one. Change to another setting. Give me a second.
Hold on. Let me see. Let me move. Maybe it's my setting.
Maybe YouTube can see it.
Can you hear me? You can hear me or no?
Oh, I have to close share so you can see the face. So we close share.
I'm here, guys. Don't worry. You don't have to see me.
Okay,
We
here.
have to see you.
No, you don't
Yes,
have to
we
see me.
do. We do.
My
Can you hear
husband
me?
just came home.
Oh, we want to meet your husband. Can he come in?
Oh, he won't do that right now. He just arrived home from work.
Okay,
He won't do it.
understood.
Coffee wanted a visual.
That's my boyfriend right there.
She says you were her boyfriend.
My Midwest boyfriend.
Her
My
Midwest
Midwest
boyfriend, honey.
boyfriend. Because, you know, continents.
Okay, this song for those people in Clubhouse, the song is called Ease, it's money. And the first song called Let's Be Friends. Okay, we're gonna have some few words from our birthday girl, Bessie.
Min, thank you, Min. Thank you, TSA NFT. NFT DAO 2020 booming. I feel so boomed. I feel so boomed and excited.
Even it's a bear market, we are booming.
Yeah, it is a bear market. We are booming.
This year is a creator bear market, but we are booming.
I love you and I love your platform. I love what you created for everybody to come together to be friends. We talked the other day about I feel like I'm a better artist and that I'm becoming a better artist all the time because of this platform and to be with everybody here creating and to just have the opportunity to share and to be recognized and to learn new skills that I didn't know that I wanted to know until actually being in the platform, because it's actually it is an onboarding. It's strange to go from 2.0 to 3.0. It could be awkward, but that's okay. It's beautiful. It's a creation in itself and it's being revised every day. So thank you. Thank you so much. It's a blessing. And I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Happy 21st, Bessie. You look great.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Day to you.
So now, Celia.
Happy birthday. We already sang it earlier in Clubhouse because happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
I want to say happy
birthday.
birthday. I'd like to say in closing, if you can hear me, that it's been a
Yes.
pleasure not only meeting all of you, but especially all of you. I can't pin it on Bessie. I can't pin it on BK. I can't pin it on Celia or Fanny or Min or anybody. It's a group of everybody coming together. Extinct. We've got the Ruler in Peace. All the people that come in and are just so enthused to be here. That's what makes it, and I just love being a part of it. And it's fun that we're streaming in Connect Club, we're live in Clubhouse, we're on Zoom, all these things, and it's just coming together so fast that if you aren't with this group, you're going to be left in the dust. So let's go. Over to you. Happy birthday, Bessie,
Boom.
and boom into Web3.
Boom.
Big love.
Let's be friends.
That's sick, Adam.
Let's be friends.
Big love, Joe Nick said. Big love.
Oh, and we got Counting Coral Corp nonprofit in the
Yeah.
house.
Yo, Carl.
I got locked out. I don't know what happened.
This is the first song released by TSA MT Incubator. Let's be friends. Ease is money. Go layer 2, Joe. Bessie.
Go,
Later. Let's
go.
go.
Eat
Go
his
later.
money.
Yeah, so yeah.
It is
Yes.
Eat his
the first
money.
song
I love
released
it.
by NFT.
Wait, Min,
That's sick.
Min, we have to send Joe a t-shirt to
Yeah.
NFT
Yeah.
New York
Oh, yes.
that says Ethan's
Yes.
money.
You're right.
Yeah,
TSA.
please do. That would be
Send
sick.
us your wallet address. We're gonna send you the
Okay.
beautiful sets. Yes.
No, but we're gonna send him a real one too. Let's
Yeah,
get
the
it
real
up
one
there.
too. Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it just me,
Very
or is the
soon.
Web3 space going from 2.0 to 3.0? Are we just not all beautiful people? Like, I mean, is it just the physically,
please.
aesthetically amazing. Like, look at all of this group of people. Look at how beautiful
I
we are.
know. I want to make sure that I'm connected to everyone. Counting Coral. I need to get your
Julian.
Twitter. Julian.
It's at
I don't
Counting Coral. It's Julian's Twitter's at Counting Coral.
Everything's at Counting Coral, YouTube,
At Counting Coral.
TikTok, you know.
So you branded
And
correctly.
also,
All right, okay. Sorry, I'm dyspraxic, so I hate getting people's names wrong, but it just happens all the time. It was at Counting Coral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Min, what did you say, Min? Min, what did you
Oh,
say? Min said,
my doggy
Really
is
cool to
barking
meet you, man.
because he say I'm a Shih Tzu AFT.
oh, cute. Hold on. Oh my God, so cute. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh, the dog.
We didn't know we had another audience.
What's the
my
dog's?
Shih Tzu
What's your dog's name?
Okay.
That dog is so cute.
Good. Thank you, Joe, Bessie, and Colin Coral. Okay, we're gonna have a closing disclaimer from Celia.
Thank you all for joining us today, and it was a pleasure to meeting all of you. And as a disclaimer, please know that crypto is risky. This event is strictly for educational purpose and not investment advice or a solicitation to buy or sell assets or to make any financial decisions. Please do your own research and talk to your financial advisors. Also, a reminder to everyone who's attending our event on Voxels and Clubhouse, you can click on the floating teacup in the garden to teleport back to TSA gift shop for a visit. And at the gift shop, you can left click on the image on wall and it will bring you back to the digital 2020 training venue by the ocean. And you can also left clicking the media wall. It will bring you to Connect Club, which is our networking and presentation room venue. Thank you all for joining us today.
Thank you. We're going to end the stream now. Are we ready?
Ready.
We're ready.
You guys.
Bye.
Lovely to meet
you.
Okay, we are offline now, so you can